understanding what the fact that we need to listen to see what's going on in the community. Because I see something isn't the way that somebody who lives in a neighborhood may see something. And it's hard sometimes for officers to understand. That's why we have a liaison officer program, so that we have the beat officers that are assigned to each community meeting to come out and actually discuss with the community what's going on. And that seems to help us really well. We had done that for a while with just whatever beat officer happened to be on duty that day. And what would happen was the information never got transmitted to the other officers who ran that beat. So the next month when an officer, a different officer who still runs that beat, would come to a meeting, they wouldn't know what had been discussed at the previous meeting. So what we do now is we have the same officer assigned to that group. And we found that that really works well. There's a lot more accountability, and they tend to find out what's going on and make things happen and try to address concerns and issues. And so that's been a blessing for us in trying to understand what's going on in the community. So what I thought I'd do tonight is just talk about a couple of topics that have been, for lack of a better word, in the news, and that maybe you all may be thinking about, I want to find out what's on your all's minds, because that's what's important, is what's on your all's minds. So the most recent thing you probably saw in the news was body cameras. So the Knoxville Police Department had been looking into body cameras for at least the last, somewhere between 5 and 7 years. We've been looking at how much it would cost to implement them, what the legal challenges might be as far as privacy, how we would actually keep on and store all that data. And so what has happened is over the years, Tennessee has enacted some statutes that protect children at school. They protect people inside of people's homes now, where all that information has to be redacted. And also the technology has improved. So now you have in-software technology to do redactions, where we used to have to go over them and hand do redactions on the video. So what we had done in anticipation that this may be coming about is we had just taken on a request for proposals for our in-car cameras that we have. And that's because that technology has become outdated. It was the newest thing in 1998 when we got them, well, it was 22 years ago. So now we need some newer technology, so we're asking for cloud storage, unlimited data, that type of thing. So these cameras that we want to get in our cars are much better. In anticipation that we may get body cameras, we ask that each company that applies for that request for proposal, that just closed January 30th, that each company have a body-worn option, so that should City Council, which the mayor is now supporting body cameras, approve that, we don't have to start all over with another request for proposal. So we've got the 7 companies right now that we're looking to evaluate. We've got a list of questions, and we've got a group together that's going to look at each one and evaluate that, and hopefully we'll have one selected before long. So we're excited about it. Our younger guys who are so used to technology, we're actually going to my tech services supervisor and saying, can we use our own? Because they wanted to wear them. And of course, because of chain of custody and things like that, we couldn't do that. But, so the officers are excited about having that technology. It provides transparency, it provides the officers with another way to protect what they do as well. So it's good accountability all the way around. So it's a good tool. It's not a panacea. It doesn't solve every problem that we have, but it's just another tool on our tool belt that we'd like to have. So the cost for that, we talked about at City Council meeting, initially the cost is $1.7 million. So it's a pretty high cost to equip all of our patrol officers, those are the people who answer calls every day. And about $600,000 a year, I think it was between $600,000 and $700,000 a year every year after that. Included in that, and I tried to make sure that we address anything that could possibly come up with that, is all the data storage, which is the most important part, the redaction software, things that help the officer to ensure that the camera is on whenever they're talking to somebody. So there's an automatic on switch when you open the car door. So that we don't have to worry about if the officer's running to address a situation that they're fumbling with that camera trying to get it on.